You don't have to be strong every day. Sometimes, healing begins the moment you allow your heart to breathe again. There comes a point in your healing journey when your heart whispers something you've ignored for too long. I'm tired, please let me rest. And it's not weakness. It's not giving up. It's the most human thing in the world. We spend so much of our lives pushing ourselves to move on faster, to heal quicker, to forget sooner. We force our hearts to stay strong even when they're quietly falling apart inside. But every heart, even the bravest one, has limits, and today is the day you finally give your heart permission to slow down. Today, I want to talk about the kind of rest no one teaches us about, the emotional rest. The kind your soul has been craving but didn't know how to ask for. Because healing isn't always about becoming stronger. Sometimes healing is simply allowing yourself to feel tired, and letting that be okay. 1. Your heart is carrying more than you show. You've been holding a lot, maybe more than you ever admit. The pain you never talked about. The expectations placed upon you. The disappointments you hid behind a smile. The loneliness you kept quietly in your chest. People see you're calm, but they don't see the way you fight invisible battles every day. And yet, you keep going. You keep trying. You keep choosing to rise again. You're stronger than you think, not because you never break, but because you keep holding yourself together even when you're tired. But even strong hearts deserve to rest. Especially yours. 2. Rest isn't laziness, it's rebuilding. One of the greatest lies we grew up believing is that resting means weakness. That slowing down means you're falling behind. That taking time for yourself means you're not enough. But listen. Rest is not a break from your healing. Rest is part of your healing. Imagine a wound on your skin. If you keep touching it, stretching it, forcing it, it won't heal. Your heart is the same. Your mind needs silence. Your emotions need softness. Your soul needs calm. You don't need to be productive every day. You don't need to be strong every day. You don't need to pretend you're okay every day. Some days, the bravest thing you can do is simply breathe. And let yourself feel what you've been avoiding. 3. The quiet moments are where your heart resets. There's a certain kind of healing that only happens in silence. When you sit alone with your thoughts. When you breathe slowly for the first time in weeks. When you let the noise around you fade away. In these quiet moments, your heart finally speaks. It tells you truths you ignored. It releases emotions you've suppressed. It brings clarity to what you truly want and what you need to let go of. Peace doesn't arrive in chaos. It arrives in stillness. In softness. In moments like this. You don't have to force clarity. Just give yourself space, the clarity will come on its own. 4. You deserve gentleness, not pressure. You've spent years being hard on yourself. Pushing yourself. Expecting more from yourself than you'd ever expect from anyone else. But healing requires gentleness. You have to talk to yourself softly, the way you would comfort a child who is afraid. Because inside you, there is still a version of you who is scared, hurt, confused, or tired. And that version of you doesn't need criticism. She needs kindness. She needs care. She needs permission to slow down, breathe, and heal. Talk to yourself gently. You've done enough for today. It's okay to rest. You are still healing, and that is enough. This gentleness is what transforms you. 5. Your heart becomes stronger after rest. Have you noticed how much lighter everything feels after a moment of calm? When you let your heart breathe, your mind clears. Your emotions settle. Your body relaxes. Your soul realigns. You start to see things differently, not through the lens of pain, but through clarity. You realize which people drain you. Which situations no longer deserve your energy. Which habits keep you stuck. Which choices lead you toward peace. You realize something powerful. You are allowed to choose yourself. Not out of selfishness, but out of survival. A rested heart sees life more clearly. A rested heart makes better decisions. A rested heart becomes unshakable. 6. You don't heal overnight, but you heal slowly, quietly, truly. Healing isn't a single moment. It's 1,000 quiet moments. 1,000 small choices. 1,000 silent victories no one else sees. Like choosing peace instead of reaction. Choosing rest instead of pushing through pain. Choosing yourself instead of chasing someone who doesn't choose you. Choosing silence instead of explaining yourself to people who will never understand. Healing is slow, soft, uneventful, but it works. And every time you breathe into your calm, you grow. Every time you protect your peace, you strengthen your heart. 7. Today, let your heart rest. So today, give yourself permission to be slow, to be quiet, to be gentle, to not have answers, to not be strong, to not rush anything. Today, your only job is to breathe and let your heart reset. You don't need to become a better person today. You don't need to prove anything today. You don't need to fight anyone or anything today. You just need calm, softness, a moment to remember that you are human and your heart needs care too. If this message touched your heart today, stay with me on this healing journey. Like the video, subscribe, and share this space with people who also need softness and peace. You're not alone, we grow quietly, together.